Hey all, Cypher and welcome back to another Dislyte video. Now this is going to be an updated guide for Kronos, because if you guys don't know, Kronos got completely changed after patch 3.1.7, which was dropped like 1 day ago. So I think many people are actually having trouble beating Kronos now after the patch, and it's honestly not that much different. Like out of all the 3 bosses that have changed, I think Kronos and Fafnir are like closest to their original counterparts. Apip is like on a different level, but we'll cover that in a later video. This is going to be specifically a guide for Kronos, specifically for Kronos 16, because if you do not know now, stage 14, 15, and 16, all of these 3 stages consume 15 stamina each, so you should ideally be going for stage 16, right? Because it drops higher relics, better quality of relics and everything. And I mean, Kronos is just the bread and butter for many new players who are coming to the game, because not only it supplies this War Machine set, which is like one of the best sets for DPS heroes, but it also gives you a chance to get Windwalker relics, which are like necessary for like speed cleave teams. And arguably, yes, the value of a speed cleave is going down after the recent update, but you know, speed is still king, man. Speed is speed. It's pretty good for PvE as well, not just for PvP. So Kronos and farming Kronos is going to be a very important challenge for new players, and hopefully this guide will help you get through Kronos. And even if you're like a returning player or like existing player who just gets confused, I think the best way to look at the new Kronos is just by looking at his skills, right? Because kudos to the developers team, the development team, whatever you want to call them. They did mention the changes pretty clear, and the passives of the boss are now much clearer than they were before. And I think now they have streamlined all these 3 bosses in a way that you have to require particular elemental espers to counter them. For example, let's just talk about Kronos, right? I'm not going to go into deep diving into all of the bosses because this is specifically a Kronos guide. So his first skill, it's an AoE defense down. Previously it was just an AoE, and now it's a defense down as well. So again, immunity is going to be king in this boss stage. So you need to have espers who can either cleanse these defense downs or provide immunity so the boss does not land it. Because keep in mind, the boss does not have any strips, so he cannot literally dispel your buffs. Keep that in mind. That's going to be very helpful when you're building a team. His second passive, Death Knell. The lower the target's current HP, the higher the damage dealt by this attack. I mean, it's kind of like an execution attack, if you may. Like, you need to make sure that your espers are topped up, they're healthy. If this attack kills a target, gains 1 turn. So you need to totally avoid this, because in my own experience, if Kronos gets a turn after killing somebody from this attack, your team is pretty much fucked. Like, there's no coming back from this, right? So you need to make sure that your espers are topped up, and you need to bring a lot of healers, man, for this fight. At the end of an enemy's turn, he gains AP up. I think people calculated it to be around 20% AP, so after every turn, he gets 20% AP. So pretty much speed cleave or speed farming this boss is currently pretty ambitious to say. I mean, I don't think it is possible at the moment, like unless you have like God Gear quality or something, because there's no Esper who can like literally one-shot the boss. So yeah, I mean, speed cleave is pretty much dead, but you know, there's other ways around it now. Increases damage taken from flow espers and increases damage dealt to non-flow espers. Guys, this is one of the biggest parts of which you need to understand. So taking a team of 5 flow espers is gonna put you automatically at an advantage against the boss. So many people are like trying to do poison teams with like Ife, and Ife is, keep in mind, an Inferno elemental esper, so she will do less damage and she'll take more damage. Further, you can read pretty much, it says when attacked by non-flow espers, increases their miss rate. So many people are confusing this by saying that Kronos has a lot of resistance, but honestly, I think, yeah, he does have a lot of resistance. I'm not denying that, but also if you're using non-flow espers, their miss rate also increases, so that contributes to a lot of debuffs not landing on the boss as well. So I think it's pretty mandatory now to have like flow espers for this boss. After a certain number of turns, increases damage every turn. So this last part right here, it is ensuring that you don't that you cannot finish this boss by like tanking it out. So you need to have DPS heroes as well, or this the damage from this skill will keep ramping up until it like literally one-shots you. His third skill, Earthshaker. It's an AoE stun, and the lower the HP percentage, I think he will target pretty much the lowest HP percentage, it says. So I don't know how this works, but I think it works correct because I thought it would target my DPS heroes more, but I think it just targets like the lowest HP percentage. So if your tanks are at a lower HP percentage, they will take more damage. Simple, because this skill will target them. The tablets, I think the tablets remain the same. Now the right tablet, it still gives boss 100% AP up, so he'll like instantly get a turn, but it does not cleanse debuffs, I'm pretty sure. So there's that. So you can like make use of defense down debuffs to like do more damage to the boss, or like poison and stuff, you know. I think this is the reason why people thought like poisons is gonna be the go-to for Kronos. But in my opinion, poisons takes a lot of time and a lot of commitment to build a poison team. And like after the XP changes, hell no, man, I'm not building a whole new poison team. So I found a way. I think many people actually found it as well. So I'm gonna show you my personal team, which I'm using to farm Kronos 16, and it's pretty much consistent. There's like a 99% win rate. I don't think it has ever fallen, but you know, I'm not gonna be very egoistic and say it's 100% because nothing is 100%. So I'm just gonna say there's a 99%. So I'm using Zhao Yin as my lead. Now Zhao Yin, he has multiple hits. He has what's it called, AP reduction, which is pretty good for the boss. I think he also does like what you may say, he gets a speed buff on his own as well, and he also I think takes less damage. Wait, no, he deals more damage. Yes, when he's installed, he deals more damage, and I think when he's installed, the boss's third skill, it cannot target him. I think that's what I observed, because never in my runs Zawin was ever targeted by like the skill Earthshaker, like even if he is like at the lowest HP percentage. So I think stealth is pretty important as well. I mean, Zion's kit is pretty good for Kronos. I think it was even used before Kronos was like changed as well. Now Sally is like the best healer I think for Kronos, because not only is she flow element, but she also removes debuffs. She gives all allies damage reduction, which is very good because, you know, keep in mind the boss does AoE hits, and she negates 25% of damage flat out. Now my Sally is R3, so she heals people, gives them attack up and recovery as well with the skill. But you know, even like normal base Sally, I think she'll be pretty fine. You do not need it to be like, you do not need her to be R3, but mine is. I'm just clarifying it, right? Next up, I'm using Z2E as my second DPS. Z2E is like this godly, man, because he's flow element. He does a lot of damage. He has this defense down on a pretty short cooldown, I might say. He also has the Seer, so he like if the boss is under Seer, he'll take 25% damage from all sources. So that's just decent. And he also deals true damage. Actually, never mind. That's only when ZUZ is present, so never mind. But yeah, I think he's pretty important for the defense down debuff, most likely. Next up is Phantom Sisters, another solid healer, AP controller. She also like cleanses buffs and provides invincibility to like one target. Her first skill is also a great AP down. I mean, she's just the queen for Kronos, right? She's just the queen for Kronos. Third up is gonna be Ira. We all know who's Ira. We all love Ira. She was the best, I think, in my opinion, before the Kronos changes, and I think she is still the best because not only she has an advantageous element of flow, but she also like gives cleanses debuffs. See, she increases the AP of your lead. So I'm using Zhao Yin as lead intentionally, so my Ira keeps giving him the what is it called exactly? Yeah, the Bringsman's Watch or whatever it's called. So my Zhao Yin can take more turns, so he can cycle between his skills faster. And again, she's just solid, man. She's solid for Kronos. She also has like 25% chance of gaining another turn, so she can cycle well into her skills and just pretty much build on speed, and she'll do the work for you. So the boss is going to be pretty fast. These runs are pretty consistent. Let me just show you how these runs are going to be functioning. And after that, I'll be also providing some free-to-play options for players who do not have exactly these heroes. I think many people might not have like Sally or Phantom Sisters. I mean, Phantom Sisters, the banner just went down like 1 week ago because I think this was the last SSM banner. So many people might have saved their SSMs and they do not pull for Phantom Sisters, which I totally respect. But you know, there are other heroes which can replace Phantom Sisters as well, so do not worry. Sally, Again, Sally can be replaced by other heroes as well, but in a way, Sally and Phantom Sisters, the both are healers, right? So even if you like take out the AP down mechanics from like Phantom Sisters, you can make do with like Yasuo, honestly, because Yasuo not only she provides defense buff as well, but she also heals a single ally, provides the invincibility buff. She can even like land attack down debuffs on the boss. And keep in mind that the right tablet does not cleanse the debuffs from the Kronos, so attack down will be pretty important. And the shimmer elements, they actually bypass through the elemental passives in the boss. So it does not matter if they are like flow, like even if they are like shimmer, they will still be neutral. So they will not be at a disadvantage. I don't think they'll be at an advantage as well. I'm not sure, but because I'm not confirmed it yet. But I think many players in the Reddit, they were saying that shimmer elements bypass the elemental restrictions on these bosses. So that's pretty cool. But that's again something to cross check. So as you guys can see in this boss run, Kronos is Kronos is like a super beast now. He gets a lot of turns, but do not worry, we have a lot of AP control, we have a lot of healing, a lot of debuff cleansing in this team. We also have a ton of DPS, surprisingly. I first thought that this DPS might be a pretty big problem in this team, but no. Zhao Yin and what's it called? Dead Guard Bai. I'm just gonna call him Bai, alright? They both are doing fantastic job. Let's see. So as you guys can see, that was his third skill, and he targeted my Sally, who was at a higher HP percentage than my Zhao Yin, for sure, right? But because he was installed, he did not use his third skill on Zhao Yin, so that's pretty cool. Now they all are stunned, but you have a lot of innate tankiness. Now he's out of stealth, so now the boss uses Earth Shackle on Zhao Yin. Come on, get in stealth. It would be pretty bad if Zhao Yin died. Yeah, we need some healing. It's nice. So this team is pretty clutch. Like, you guys can see how much Sally heals. She literally heals all of them to full now. Like R3 Sally, she is just a godsend for like PvE content now. Like, I'm so glad that I pulled 2 copies of her yesterday. By the way, if you've not watched the summoning session, just go. I'll pretty much pin it in the comments or like cards or something. I don't know. I'll pretty much show it to you right now. But yeah, I did like 460 summons. I got tons of legendaries, honestly. I beat the average rate of pity, so I'm just happy with that. And I got like some of my favorite espers. But yeah, there's that. So Kronos will be going down anytime now. Now, arguably, yes, I agree. This changes that they made were stupid because they literally cancelled our speed time runs. Each individual run now takes like 3 minutes or something, like 2 to 3 minutes average. Some players might even like have it less, like 1 minute and 30 seconds, but definitely they are longer. They're much longer than they used to be. And I don't know why they did that. Probably to like make the boss more harder for new players or something. But yeah, I mean, Chronos 16 is mandatory. We need to farm Chronos 16 for some of the best runes in the game. And there's that. Let's see how much time it took. There is Zhao Yin. I'm saying Zhao Jin. Alright, so we got 2. Okay, this run took a lot more, man. It took 4 minutes and 8 seconds. As you guys can see, my best was 1 minute and 37 seconds. And this was before the update, keep in mind. So yeah, the runs have significantly increased the time taken. So there's that. Let's just take a look at the damage. Of course, 46% Zhao Yin and Z3E. Ira did 12%. That's interesting. Sally did 0 damage. Wait, what? Well, whatever that is. So anyways, I'll just show you guys the runes that I'm using, the relics. Sorry, I'm so used to calling them runes. So my Zhao Yin is using the War Machine and Fiery Incandescent set, basically for extra crit damage, attack bonus as always on 2, 4, and 6. My Sally is using healing set, which is Abiding Pankia. It increases overall healing by 30%. I think one of the best sets for Sally. because she now gets defense bonus, HP bonus, and not speed. I'll just give her more speed so she can cycle her second skill faster now. Like after she's R6, I'll just like stop using healing set and probably use like speed set, honestly. Phantom Sisters, she's using the Ocean Wave set, HP bonus, accuracy, speed, pretty standard. Ira, she's using speed set, HP bonus, and speed. So not using any accuracy, because honestly I have enough accuracy from the substats and the secondary stats, which is this one, Apollo's bow. So there's that. That's it. I'm using Xiaoyan as the lead, but you can also use Ira as a lead. But you know, Xiaoyan has like 6% more attack lead, so I'll just use that. I was also using this Phantom Sisters, but she just hampered my DPS, so I just went back to like attack lead. There's that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Do leave me in the comments what team are you using after this update for Kronos, and which is the hardest boss for you. Is it Apep? Is it Fafnir? Is it Kronos? Just let me know. Alright, have a great day ahead. Peace out.